Here we go, section 10. Last section, chapter 4. You will be relieved when we are done. Here we go. What we're going to do now is write quadratic functions and models. What is that basically? What is a model basically? An equation. Basically, it's an equation. If I say write a model for this parabola right here, that means write an equation for it. Okay? How many different types of forms do you know? Okay, form of a quadratic. You said how many? 3. What is it? Vertex. Intercept? Standard. So, that's the types we're going to do right now. You're going to write this. You decide what form. You have to decide the right form. What form would you put this in?
Standard. Vertex.
It all depends on what I give you, right? What am I giving you? Giving you a vertex. So don't put this in standard form. Okay? Right? Giving you a vertex. Put this in vertex form. Okay? So first thing, write down vertex form off to the side on your paper. You should know all these forms by heart. If you don't, you're in trouble. Okay? Y equals a x minus h squared plus k. Not standard, but vertex form. Okay, why are we going to use that? Because they told me the vertex. If you use standard form, I don't want it. Okay? Now, since we have this form, what do you think we do? How do you think we come up with the equation based on what we're given right here? Show me. Okay. Put the vertex in here. We're going to have to find A because this does not give me A. This gives me the vertex and what is this though?
A point.
Just any point, right? Not a specific point, any point, which every point is what then? What is this?
X and Y.
There you go. This is X. This is Y. So what do we really have? We have X. We got Y. We have H. We got K. Look up here. Y, X, H, K. What do we need to know? A. Go find A. So let's put all of these numbers in here. Let's do that now. Y is 2. A you don't know. X is 3 minus H is 1. Make sure you square it. People forget that little part right there. They forget to square that little thing. And then the rest of the answer's done. Plus K, so plus -2 or -2. So step 1, substitute all the values in. Step 2, start simplifying. Make sure you do the right thing first. 3 minus 1 squared is first, which is 2 squared. So we got 4 times A, 4A. And then -2 equals 2. Now we just solve for A. You know how to do that. Plus 2 plus 2. 4A equals 4. A equals 1. Do we have all we need for the final answer? Yeah, we got A. What do we need for the final answer? A, H, K. That's it. Put them in. A, H, and K. Here's A, here's H, here's K. Put them in. Y equals. You could put a 1, but I wouldn't. I'm just showing you that I'm putting it in. X minus 1 squared, and then -2. Here's your, look what the question says. The question doesn't say equation. Make sure you understand that. Make sure you don't get confused. Oh, what quadratic function? Negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I get people to do that because people just see quadratic function and they do something weird. Okay? Know what it's asking for. It wants the equation. Here it is. Okay? Any questions on that? Plug in what you know, find out what you don't know. What do you think the next question is going to be about?
Standard.
Could be, but it's not that one. So, intercept form. So, if we look at the setup, how do you know we should put it in intercept form? Here, they give you intercepts. They don't give you a vertex, and you don't want to guess. Okay? So first thing you write, y equals a x minus p, x minus q. They give us everything we need except for, give us everything except for a, so we got to go find it. Look what they give us. What is the negative 1? The what?
+1.
The what?
P.
The p. This is the q. This is the
Y and X. Y.
x and the y. Plug all those in. Go ahead, I'll let you finish. So here we go, just to make sure. Y is 2. A you don't know. X is 3 minus p, which is negative 1, so negative 1 here, so +1. X is 3 minus q was 4. Plug all those in. 2 equals a times 4 times negative 1. 2 equals negative 4a. Divide by negative 4. A equals negative 1/2, just like he got, and most of you said negative 1/2 was your A. Put it all in. You need A, you need P, you need Q. Y equals negative 1/2. A, no, X plus 1, X minus 4. Good. How many did get that answer ahead of time, beforehand? Okay? Most.
Oh, me.
Okay. You did? You didn't have it, I thought.
No,
Huh?
I didn't get one.
Oh, okay. Write a quadratic function, meaning write the equation of that graph right there. Alright, example 3, what do you think it's going to be about?
Standard form.
Standard form. Let's do it. Example 3, write this in standard form. Now, you have to look at your information and say, what are they giving me? Do you know what they're giving you? Okay. You got three coordinates here. Do they tell you I got a vertex? Do they tell you I got x-intercepts?
No.
Don't say anything, but you can tell that one of these is the y-intercept, 0, -4. That's good. That's a C, right? That might help us. If we were doing it longhand, this is going to help us a lot. So let me show you what normally we would do. Don't write this down. But we can't use any of the other forms because they don't tell us those specific things. So here's all you have to go off of. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. This is your x and y. That's all you know. Well, we can put it in here, x and y. So y is negative 3. A you don't know. X is negative 1 squared plus bx, so plus b times negative 1 plus c, which you knew from the other coordinates c is negative 4, or yeah, negative 4, so we could put it in there. But that's all we got. Could we figure out a and b based off of this right here? Nope. So how do we do this problem? Can't with this alone. Huh?
It's a use for the other.
Okay, use this coordinate. So if we use this coordinate, we would have, plug that in. We could get what? Negative 4 equals a times 0 plus b times 0 plus c, something like that, right? So c equals negative 4. Then we do the last one, right, which is 6 equals what? A times 2 squared plus b times 2 plus c. Could you solve each of these individually? This is a system of 3 equations, 3 variables, okay? So if you had to solve it like this, you could do it by hand the long way, or what's the other way?
Calculator.
How in the calculator? Did I teach you?
The matrix.
Matrix, 3 by 4,
Oh yeah.
RREF,
Yeah.
right? But we're not going to do that. There's an easier way than that. So the hard way is doing this by hand, those 3. Easier way, use a matrix. Easier way, use the calculator underneath the stat key. Go to your stat key. We're going to plug in these 3 coordinates in your stat key. We did this before for something else. So, underneath the stat, if you forget where it's at, that rhymes. Stat. Edit.
What does that stand for?
Statistics. You go under edit.
No, I don't know what it's supposed to represent.
I don't.
Because we're not taking statistics.
Yeah, that's okay.
What?
Type in, okay, if your lists are full, go up to list 1, press clear, then enter if you need to. Go over to list 2, press clear, then enter if you need to. When you're done, put in these numbers in your lists. Final answer. Just what she said. Y equals 2x squared plus x minus 4, all based off of what you saw in your calculator. Okay, so remember how to do that. When to use the calculator? Only when it's three coordinates and they say standard form. If you use your calculator for the other ones we did today, I won't accept it. Okay, because one, it's not in the right form. Okay, so make sure you do those ones by hand. You do that one with the calculator. Any questions so far? This is how I'm going to give it to you, though, right here. I'm not going to show you a picture, by the way. I'm just going to write it out. Your vertex is this. You pass through this. Give me this. Your intercepts are here. Pass through here. Give me the right answer. Know the form you want. You understand? I'm not going to show you the picture problem. Okay? Question? You?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, so know which form you're giving it to me. So as soon as you see one of these, it says standard form, and it has 3 coordinates, use your calculator, okay? I'm fine with that. But what if you get answers like this? The calculator's not going to give you this. What's it going to give you? Decimal. So here's the deal. When you get that screen that you got for the last problem, I don't think you can hit math frac on that screen and it'll change those to decimal. So here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to look at that, type it in, and then hit math frac.
Can we just do like to the second decimal?
No.
Let's the whole thing.
Exact. No approximate. Okay? Exact answers only. Just like that. So, just so you know, I'm telling you ahead of time, don't give me any decimals for that one. All right, last question. So, word problem about pumpkin tossing. So here's what these people do in their free time. They toss pumpkins, which actually I'd like to do. That'd be kind of fun. But they make these catapults, and they throw these pumpkins in the air and see how far they go, right? So what they do is they measured how far. Like if they stopped this thing at 20 degrees, 30 degrees, how far did it go? They just calculated all their stats up here, and they want you to figure out, is there an equation that represents their findings, okay? So you're going to figure this out. Guess what? If you graphed all those on a scatter plot, what would you see? What would you see on the scatter plot? A parabola, right? Well, something close to a parabola, probably. So therefore, that's why we're going to use
Calculator.
the calculator and use the
Equation.
quadratic, right? The quadratic, the best fit quadratic to model this. Now, do you think because this is a word problem, you're going to get a perfect parabola, 2x squared plus 3x plus 5?
Yes.
No, right? Not going to get a perfect one. So therefore, this is the only question I'll allow you to round to approximate. Okay, so go ahead, do the same thing as you did in the last question. Use your calculator. Approximate your answer to 2 decimal places each. Okay. You have to interpret this. Don't write this down. Interpret to this.